Alright guys, I'm home from surgery. I don't feel a thing. It was worse than they thought. And I now have screws and plates in. But I don't feel nothing. Like, I don't remember nothing. I was out like a light. I don't remember nothing. But this was the other tears and cries that I got yesterday. It was like, let me book a flight. And look who's home.
What's up, fam?
She's home. So I officially have extra help because I was like, what am I going to do for Thanksgiving? But luckily Ava knows how to make everything. So I got my extra set of hands. I can just direct. But I know when this anesthesia wear off, because I can't feel this finger. These fingers are wrapped up. I'm in a cast. It's like a whole, wait. No, it's only a cast halfway. It's hard, but I have a sling on, and I have to keep this on until I go to my post-op, and that's not until a week and a half. But your girl is down. But for now, them drugs is good. I'm on them good drugs. Man, I'm about to pop them oxys before this even wear off. I ain't even got time. I don't want to feel nothing. I was trying to fight the anesthesia. I was like, I'm going to fight it. And they're like, okay. And so they're like, put the gas on. They put the mask on. And they're like, just take a couple of deep breaths. And then I felt the medicine like going in. I woke up in recovery. They're like, how do you feel? And I'm like, huh? But yeah, so I'm home. And that's that. Thank y'all. I ain't uploaded the other video, but if y'all was like, prayers for you, girl, thank you. I appreciate it. So I will see y'all in the next whatever video I'm posting. Good morning, friends. So it's Wednesday, which is the day after surgery. It is 8:08 in the morning, and I cannot sleep at all. I think like when you have surgery, anesthesia makes you jittery. I wasn't jittery, but I just couldn't go to sleep. And then I was paranoid because the anesthesia still hasn't worn off. I'm still completely numb. Obviously, now you can see the surgery that I had, but I'm gonna tell y'all everything. And this is just from my IV. They wrapped it up and I haven't taken it off. I need to, but when Ava gets home, she'll help me. So I couldn't sleep last night. I was up, but I had a terrible headache. Like, it was just banging. And I took an 800 ibuprofen. I didn't want to take any oxy because, again, I'm waiting for the pain to be excruciating. And when this, which I actually can feel it. I can feel it now. Just as I was talking, I can definitely, just when I started talking right now, I don't know what happened, but I can feel where the incision is. I just had a horrible headache last night, so I took an 800 ibuprofen. I probably fell asleep a little after 1, and then I was up at 5. So anyway, so this is what happened. So, and I'm gonna insert pictures. So, I broke my finger basically in half. It happened on Rain's birthday. Luckily, it was after me, Isaac, and Rain went to Chuck E. Cheese and celebrated her birthday. So thank God that it was after that, because I didn't do a party. And the reason that I didn't do a party is because I was supposed to be in Minnesota this weekend. I was going to Minnesota on Saturday and coming back on Monday because I knew Ava wasn't coming home for Thanksgiving. And so I was going there, but then I couldn't go once this happened because I couldn't risk Minnesota weather. I didn't want to risk missing my flight when I knew I had to be back on Tuesday for surgery. And not only that, how much pain I was in. I didn't want anything to happen and I was out of town. So my finger was broken, and I won't show you the actual finger, but I will show you the x-rays. So Tuesday morning, like, I didn't sleep Monday night, like, at all, and my finger was just hurting and hurting and hurting. I could tell that it was broken because it was basically like leaning to the left. I knew that my finger was broken. And I had, the only bone I've ever broken was my nose, and I don't even know how bad it was because it was from a car accident. I rear-ended someone when I was like 21, I think, and my nose was like super fat. I hit the steering wheel and I just knew it was broken, but it was like fine. I don't even remember. But this right here, baby, breaking a bone. Maybe I've had a fracture. I'm pretty sure I broke my toe. I'm pretty sure Rain broke my toe. I'm positive she did. About 2 months ago, she kicked the fuck out of my toe by accident, and I just knew my toe was broken, but I never went to the doctor because I was like, what they gonna do? They can't do nothing. So, and everybody at work was telling me my toe was broken too. It was like my middle toe. But anyways, going back to my finger. The pain was unbearable. Like, I could not bear the pain. And when I found out how bad it was broken, then it made sense. Bye. Isaac is leaving for work. So I knew how, and this car is gonna crank up, and I don't know how loud it's gonna be, but if it gets really loud, I will pause the camera for a second. So anyway, no, it's not that loud. Tuesday morning, I went to the ER, and when I went to the ER, that's when they confirmed that it was broken, which I knew it was because my finger was going that way. And when I went to the ER, when the doctor came, she was like, it's broken. And she was like, you're going to have to see a hand surgeon. Well, she didn't say go to the orthopedic doctor. She said hand surgeon. So when she said that, I knew it was more serious than what was going on in the ER. So I'll insert the x-ray so y'all can see it. So at the top, you can see how it is broken and it's going to the left. Well, that's the x-ray, so you know what my finger was doing. My finger was going to the left, but I don't want to gross anybody out. So we always park in the backyard, so he's coming from the backyard. And it was completely like detached. Like, it wasn't like a hairline fracture. The bone is completely broken in half. And so it was just a constant stabbing, throbbing. So when I was in the ER, they gave me a referral to a hand surgeon, and I'm glad I didn't go there. Not to say that they're not great or anything, but I'm happy that it all worked out the way that it did, because I absolutely freaking loved my surgeon and the entire team and the staff, and I'm pretty sure everyone has great experiences, but I'm happy to have had the experience that I had having surgery the very first time in Florida, and having to become comfortable with new doctors and not my regular orthopedic doctor back home in Texas. But it's kind of like a scary feeling because you don't know who's operating on you, but I absolutely loved it. So they had put me in a temporary cast, and when they put me in a temporary cast, I called my insurance to I was making sure that everything was good with my insurance because I knew I was going to need a referral to the hand surgeon. So then my insurance was like, oh, your insurance terminated in July. I was like, what? What do you mean? So they end up transferring me to like, I go through Marketplace. So they transferred me there, and they were like, no, your insurance is very much active. And I was like, I need to make sure that this is accurate because my finger is broken, and it's, oh my God, I can feel it now. I can definitely feel it. I can definitely feel the incision, and it is definitely on top of my finger. I didn't know if they were going to go on the side, underneath, but it is cut on top, and I can feel it. It's not unbearable right now, but that does tell me that the anesthesia is wearing off. So, and it's wearing off in that part first and not at the tip, because I can touch right here and I don't feel anything, but up here I can definitely feel it. So the marketplace was like, no, like, your insurance is very much active until December 31st, and then it starts over January 1st. And I'm like, okay. I was like, but how, like, I don't want to be told nothing when I go to the doctor. They're like, no, we'll send another email over to Aetna, but your insurance is very much active. If you go on Marketplace, you'll see that it says active. And I'm like, all right. So I ended up calling my doctor, and I asked them for a referral to the orthopedic walk-in clinic, because my thing is prolonging this. I didn't want to have to, like, I didn't think that I was going to need surgery. I thought I just need, like, a hand surgeon, because maybe they had to do the cast. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't think it was going to be this. I far thought that. I thought for the very first time in my life I was going to be in a cast, and I didn't want to wait to go to the hand surgeon, which I was going to have to make an appointment, when I could have just went on. I ended up being a day early and going to the orthopedic doctor to the walk-in orthopedic, because I was like, if I just need a cast, like, I want to get this show on the road. Like, it's gonna take 4 to 6 weeks to heal. Like, I don't need to wait any longer. Like, let's start the process. Let's start the healing process. And so when I got there, and my referral wasn't there yet, and I was on my plan period, and I was like, come on. So anyways, I go there and I see the doctor, and he's like, you got to see a hand surgeon on our team. And he was like, we don't have any here, but I can get you in tomorrow, but you have to see a hand surgeon. You're gonna need surgery for this. Like, he was like, if it was the index finger, it would be no question, definitely having surgery. He was like, I think you need surgery, but it's going to be the surgeon's call. He's like, because it's your middle ring finger. I mean, it's your ring finger. It's my ring finger on my right hand. And not that it would matter if it was my left. But it was my ring finger on my right hand. And he said, this is one of those great in-betweens that I don't know the call to make, because the way that it's broken, this is typically what they do a surgery to repair. So then he got me in the very next day. They put me in just a splint. They was like, you don't have to wear the full cast because you don't want to, like, not be able to use your other fingers. Basically how I am now is how they had me at the ER, but they have the cast stopping right here, I think, but the cast in the ER went longer. And so I got to the hand surgeon, and when I got there, as soon as he walked in, he's like, I saw your x-rays, and you're gonna have to have surgery to fix this. And he was like, let me explain to you why. And he went over everything, and he said, the way that your finger is crooked right now, he's like, it's going to grow back crooked. And he said, now, I can't guarantee how straight it's going to be when you do surgery, but it's definitely going to be a lot better than this. And he said, he said, I won't know if I'm going to do pins or screws. And I don't even remember that. Like, it's like all very vague. Like, I don't remember, because I literally went to 3 doctors in 1 week. But I remember, but I just don't remember everything he said. And he basically said that if I do pins, the pins will stay in there. But most people don't want to walk around with the pins. But once I pull the pins out, it'll make you using your hand faster. I think that's how he said it. Like, you'll be able to start moving it faster. And then he said, but if it's screws, I have to go in and I have to put screws in I think he said screws in a plate. It's going to take longer, but that just depends how bad the break is. And little did I know, I left from there. They got me scheduled for surgery Tuesday, and he wasn't even working. He was on Thanksgiving break. Monday was his last day to work, but I was an emergency case because it had to be done. Like, if you wait longer, it's gonna start healing crooked, and that's what we were trying to avoid, which I don't know how much it was healed. I won't know anything till I go to my follow-up, because I didn't talk to the doctor after my surgery. And even if I would have, I don't think I would remember, because I don't remember who I talked to after my surgery. I just remember waking up and my sister being there, and I was smiling because, like I said, it was the first time that I ever had surgery and my mom wasn't there. And I was so scared. If I didn't tell y'all that, I was so scared because being put to sleep is like scary. And I'm not afraid of a lot of things, and I'm not afraid of surgery because I've had so many. But I was definitely cool until they were pushing me back. And when they were pushing me back and I was laying on the table, and I was like, what if I got up right now? And I was just like, I don't want to do this. Let it heal crooked, because that's when they were getting ready to put the oxygen mask on. And they were like, just take some deep breaths. We got to get this in your lungs. And I felt them putting the medicine in my arm. And I was like, am I supposed to feel that? And prior to that, I had made a joke that I had told my last surgeon in Houston that I was gonna, I'm gonna fight the anesthesia this time. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna stay up. And they thought it was so funny back home. And so then they were laughing yesterday. They were like, you're not gonna be able to fight this. And I was like, 0.2 seconds, your girl was out of there. As soon as they put that medicine in, they were like, yeah, you're supposed to be able to feel that, because I felt it going through the IV and it was kind of stinging a little bit, but like not unbearable. And then she was like, okay, just take a few deep breaths. And that's the last thing I remember. And so I did want to know when I woke up, because when I woke up, I didn't have this on. I had this part, and the first thing I asked the nurse, I do remember that, and I asked if I got pins or screws, and she said it was bad. You had to get the screws. And my surgery was long because I started a little bit after. I think I started like at 3:15, and I woke up in recovery, and I think it was like 5:45, and it was supposed to be like an hour surgery, and I think it was like almost 2 hours maybe. It was longer than expected. And then that was it. They put my sling on, and when they put the sling, they helped me get dressed. The lady helped me get dressed. And then it's my time of the month, and all I was thinking about was, I gotta go to the bathroom. Because, number one, and this may be TMI, but I don't care. I'm transparent. I put a tampon on for the surgery because, of course, you're laying down and you don't want, like, the table to be, a disaster and a crime scene. And all I was thinking about, and I told them before, I was like, I have a tampon in, because I was like paranoid. If anything happens, y'all make sure y'all pull that thing out. And so that was my, like, I remembered that I had it on, and all I wanted to go do was go to the bathroom, because it had been like 3.5 hours since it had been in there. And I was like, no, I need to get it out. I want to get it out now, maybe even longer. Like, I was like, fuck that. I ain't trying to be sick from that. And so I immediately took it out and everything was fine there. And I came home. Ava went to go spend the night with my niece, with her cousin. And I know people are like, she left you and she just got there. No. I know what it's like to go home and visit. And you don't want to be with your mom the whole time. And she was like, Mommy, I feel bad. Like, I was like, I'm just going to sleep, Ava. It's okay. Isaac's here. Just go. I knew, because I'm the same way. When I go back to Houston, I don't go visit my mom. I hang out with my friends because, like, you haven't seen your friends in so long. So I didn't know she's going to be with me all day today. And she'll be with me tomorrow and she goes home Friday morning. So I want her to be able to get all her visits in as much time as she can. Because I'm pretty sure I talk to her more than everybody else does. So when she's back home in Minnesota. So yeah, and it wasn't planned for Ava to come here. She literally was having like a breakdown Monday night and she was just crying and she was like, everybody gets to go home with their families and I was really looking forward to seeing you and it just really messes with me. And she was just homesick, like, and she was frustrated, with basketball, and she didn't have a good game. And normally she does well, and she just didn't have a good. While we were on the phone, I was looking at flights and booking a flight a day before you leave, but it was nothing but God, because it was expensive, but the timing of the flights was God, because she was able to leave there at 8, get here at 2 p.m. yesterday or 2:30. While I was in surgery. Well, I hadn't even made it into surgery. She had landed before I went back, but I was already supposed to be, but they were running a little behind. And then she goes home Friday morning and she has practice Friday evening. So she'll have like 3 hours or 2 hours before she has practice by the time she gets home. And it was all on United, which she changes planes in Chicago's both time, but there's no long layovers, which usually she has a layover in Tennessee. But with United, she was able to change planes, which is like an hour. And when you land in Chicago, oh my God, y'all know how Chicago airport is, walking from one terminal to the next. Like, once your plane lands, by the time you get to your other gate, they're boarding already, even though it was an hour and 20 minutes. That's how long the walks are, and after you deplane. So she got lucky and she got window seat. So God knew that my baby needed me and I needed her. And Rain really needed her because she missed her so much. But yeah, so that's what happened. So I am going back to work. I can take the sling off to like sleep. Sleep in, but like during the day I need to like have it elevated, and they want me to keep it on just so people know not to come close to me, so that they don't bump it. The top part is not in the cast, but it's in a cast under here, like a splint cast. It's like temporary cast fiber. I don't even know how you say it, but it's hard. Like, I don't feel it. But yeah, so that's what happened. I read that some people thought that I had like gallbladder, kidney stones. No, but that right there, whew, that was a different kind of pain. But yeah, so that's what happened. Now you guys know. And it's so crazy to me. Like, I posted it on Instagram because I hadn't been on camera in a while. Like, I hadn't filmed a video. It was like, my last video was Dollar General. It was like 13 days ago. And then last Saturday, I was taking my braids out. And then Tuesday, I didn't go to work Tuesday. And Tuesday night, I had to call Shay, who does my braids, and ask her if she could just do me a ponytail because I can't do my hair. I cannot like do my hair. And thank God Rain has braids. She got her braids done right before her birthday, so thank God she has braids because I can't do her hair. So Ava knows how to do this, So I'll have her do it probably Thanksgiving night, so that way it'll be redone and it will last. This has been in since what, Tuesday night, and it still looks good. I could get away with, but I'll have Ava do it to Thanksgiving night because she leaves Friday morning, and then that will get me through until I go back to Shay and have her redo it. I'll just wear a ponytail for a while because I don't think I could sit through getting braids right now. But yeah, so I'm going back to work. I have my follow-up appointment next Friday, so I won't get any of this off until next Friday. Not this Friday, but the next Friday. So I have to stay like this till next Friday. And then I'm sure, I think he said it was going to be in a splint after that, but it'll be a type of splint that I could take off when I shower, if I remember correctly. And then I'll start going to like therapy to get my hand. So yeah, I don't know like what it looks like. I don't know none of that. All I know is as I got on camera, I could feel that I don't know if it's stitches or what, but I could feel something on top. So I definitely know that the incision is on top, and I could tell that there's like a band-aid or something that comes all the way down there, or like a gauze. So I don't know how far it is, but I'm pretty sure it's all the way. Maybe it's not all the way to the top, because the top part right there wasn't, it was the middle part right here that's broken. In that whole middle part, it was like this whole middle part that broke, that came undone. But yeah, so anyways, that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you to the moon and back. I cannot cook for Thanksgiving, but thankfully Ava's here and she knows how to make a lot of stuff. I'll just instruct her on what to do. But yeah, so it all worked out. God's plan. Every time I question things, you can't question God. Every time I be like, oh Lord, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, and God answers my prayers. So I definitely keep my faith through this, and that's all I could do is keep my faith. Sometimes I be wanting to like give up because it's been a rough year. Like it's been a first of everything. Like this will actually be the second, because my dad died in September of last year, but it was my first Thanksgiving without him last year. But I'm doing better, like as far as like my dad. I guess the grieving process gets a little better. I mean, it never goes away. I still cry, but I just don't cry as much. But it's been a rough year. Like I've literally gone through a lot. I'm still going through it with probate and fighting, and but one thing I do know is that this will be my last Thanksgiving in this house. So that I can tell you for a fact that this will be my last Thanksgiving here. I will no longer be here. So yeah, I can't say that, so I'll save that part. Where, when, why, I'll save that for another video. But yeah, so this will actually be my last Thanksgiving here. I made my mind up about a lot of things, and it's time. So yeah, so anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you to the moon and back, and I really appreciate your prayers and all your comments and your get well. Like, you guys don't know, it means a lot, because people close to you don't even say that, but it's always people the furthest you've never met that truly will say, I'm adding you to my prayer list, because I do that. When somebody says I will add them to my prayer list, I don't even need to know the details, but they tell me a little bit and I add that, and I will pray for them. I'm a firm believer in prayer, so I truly believe when people say they're praying for me, I believe that they're praying for me. So anyways, thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.